There's a lag, and missing that window can mean penalties for the rest of your life. Today, I'm going to walk you through the biggest pitfalls, how to prevent them, step by step, so your retirement starts with peace of mind and not panic. Medicare adds a 10% premium penalty every month for the rest of your life. Be sure to apply early, ideally before your coverage ends. Once Medicare Part A starts, you can't add any new money. A 5-minute search can save you hundreds of dollars, because the goal here isn't just to avoid mistakes, it's to start this next chapter confident, covered, and ready to enjoy what you worked hard for. Most people think Medicare starts the day they retire. It doesn't. There's a lag, and missing that window can mean penalties for the rest of your life. The good news? You can dodge all that with a short checklist and a little timing on your part. Today, I'm going to walk you through the biggest pitfalls, how to prevent them, step by step, so your retirement starts with peace of mind and not panic. Because once you understand the timing, the rest is planning, and planning is something you can control. You've handled bigger transitions than this. This one just needs the right order of steps. When you leave a job, everything changes. Your rhythm, your inbox, the coffee that you drink. But the biggest shift happens quietly with your health coverage. Most employer plans end on your last day of work or the last day of that month. Not when you start Social Security, not when you use up all your vacation, the day your paycheck stops. And here's the surprise. Medicare doesn't start unless you start it. If you're already drawing Social Security, it begins automatically. If not, you have to apply, pick your start date, and line it up with the end of your job coverage. That paperwork, it could take weeks or sometimes months to process. And if you get it wrong and there's a gap, during that gap, every doctor visit and prescription comes straight out of your pocket. Even worse, if you miss your enrollment window, Medicare adds a 10% premium penalty every month for the rest of your life. I know it sounds kind of harsh, but it's avoidable once you know the rules. Let's put a face on it together. Lisa left her company in June after 35 years. She was ready. She was proud, relieved, and already dreaming about her first low morning. Her HR packet said she could extend coverage through COBRA, so she assumed she was fine. She scheduled cataract surgery for July. Then the bill came for $2,600. Her employer plan ended June 30. COBRA hadn't started yet, and Medicare Part B doesn't start until September 1st. One small gap, one big bill. And because she missed her special enrollment paperwork, she'll pay that 10% penalty for life. No one warned her that COBRA doesn't count as active coverage. That's the overlap trap. It doesn't grab headline, but it hits real people, and it's easy to avoid once you know the rules. Even if you enroll, picking the wrong start date or skipping drug coverage can spark a chain of new problems. And not just red tape. It's real money, real stress at the exact moment you're supposed to be exhaling. So take a breath. This part can feel heavy, but stay with me. The fix is simple once you see it laid out. So let's go ahead and fix this. These are the same 5 smart moves, the same ones I use in a checklist with my clients. What issues should I consider before I retire? Move number 1, mark your Medicare window. Your special enrollment period lasts 8 months after your employer coverage ends, but waiting that long invites a ton of problems. Be sure to apply early, ideally before your coverage ends, so Medicare can start the first day of the next month. And be sure to write these 3 dates down: your last day of work, your coverage end date, and earliest date Medicare starts. Those 3 numbers are your guide rails. Think of it kind of like a relay race. You start running before the baton hits your hand. That's how you keep coverage smooth. Put those dates on your fridge, on your phone, anywhere you'll see them. That's your visual reminder to save yourself a lot of headaches later. Move number 2, don't rely on COBRA alone. COBRA feels safe, same doctor, same plan, but Medicare doesn't treat it as active coverage. If you rely only on COBRA, you risk a penalty when you finally sign up for Medicare. Use COBRA as your short bridge, not a permanent road. Here's an example for you. You retire in June, keep COBRA through July, and let Medicare start in August. That overlap gives you peace of mind and 0 gaps. Keep COBRA long enough to cover the handoff, then step away. 18 months of COBRA comfort can turn into 18 years of extra premiums. Hey, if this breakdown's helping, hit the subscribe button and drop a quick comment below. Let me know if you're in that same in-between coverage window or you've already made the jump to Medicare. Your experience might help someone else reading these comments. All right, back to the plan, because this next move trips up even more people. Move 3, coordinate with your HSA. HSAs are wonderful, tax-free in, tax-free out, but Medicare changes the rules. Once Medicare Part A starts, you can't add any new money. And because Part A can be retroactive for up to 6 months, Stop contributions 6 months before your plan to start. This single step protects you from IRS penalties. Now, you can still spend the HSA money on medical costs tax-free, so don't close the account, just press pause. Think of it kind of like putting your car in park before a long trip. The engine's ready when you need it. Move 4. Review your drug and supplement plans. This is probably the least exciting step, but maybe the most valuable one. You'll choose between original Medicare with a supplemental plus Part D drug plan or Medicare Advantage plan that bundles everything together for you. Each path has its pros and cons, doctor assets, travel coverage, and total protection. If you take prescription, use Medicare's Plan Finder. It shows you which plan covers your meds and what they'll cost you next year. A 5-minute search can save you hundreds of dollars and a lot of frustration. And whatever you do, don't set it and forget it. Check each fall during open enrollment. Plans change every year, so you should review yours. Finally, move 5. Get expert help before you sign. You don't have to do this alone. Medicare's forms read like they were written by 3 committees on a Friday night. Talk with someone who lives in this world, an advisor, a ship counselor, or a planner who handles these transitions all the time. They can line up your employer plan, your spouse's coverage, and your Medicare start dates side by side. Sometimes just a 10-minute review catches a missed date, cheaper plan, or a tax trap hiding in plain sight. It's not about selling you anything. It's about protecting what you already earned. Face it, you spent decades saving for retirement, but don't let paperwork take a piece of that back from you. So if you're already standing in the space between leaving work and starting Medicare, you're not alone, and you don't have to guess. The checklist I use, What Issues Should I Consider Before I Retire, lays out every decision in plain English. It covers timing, income, insurance, taxes, even lifestyle shifts, like how you handle that first month without a paycheck. You can download it free using the link below. Inside, you'll find simple yes or no questions, like, when will my employer coverage truly end? When should I start Medicare Part A and B? What really happens to my HSA? Do I need drug coverage right now, or can it wait? Answer those, and you'll already be ahead of most new retirees. And if you'd like to walk through your own timeline or double-check your plan choices, you can schedule a short, no-pressure call with me. We'll review your dates, your options, and make sure you're covered without paying twice. Because the goal here isn't just to avoid mistakes, it's to start this next chapter confident, covered, and ready to enjoy what you worked hard for. And you can do this with a little planning and support. I'm Tim Gardner, founder, Chatham Wealth Management, and I'll see you next week.